Hey friend, welcome to Self Transformed, a podcast redefining self-care through simple fitness, nutrition, and mindset habits. I'm your host, Emily Nichols, certified personal trainer, Whole30 coach, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I know the struggle is real when it comes to taking care of you. I too am a busy working mom who felt physically and emotionally drained until I took action on my own transformation journey. I finally found the solutions to feeling confident and living a healthy lifestyle that doesn't feel hard, and now I'm on a mission to equip you with sustainable tools to help transform your life from the inside out, guilt-free. Together, we will simplify your health and fitness into daily habits that don't feel like another thing on your long to-do list, but daily actions that light you up instead. So if you're ready to redefine self-care and step into your own self-transformation, then let's do this. Hey gang, welcome back to Self Transform. Today you are listening to day 3, the final day of Confidence Booster Bootcamp. We talked about unlearning from our past experiences all around the way we viewed self-care. You know, day 1 of our workshop, we talked about talking nicer to yourself. Be nicer to yourself. Day 2, we talked about the tools to help you eat and move like you love yourself, and not just the physical benefits, but more so the mental benefits of that. And today we're putting it all together, helping you redefine the way you see self-care. We are talking about how to release the guilt, how to actually make time, not just find time, because y'all, we're never going to find time to take care of ourselves. No way, no way. But also today I give you a little sneak peek of a couple of habit strategies I use within Self Transform You to help you put everything together now, okay? Help you to put everything together as far as making time for yourself, which ultimately helps you feel more confident. So, gang, hope you enjoy day 3, the final day of Confidence Booster Bootcamp. This episode is releasing on Friday, the 25th of June, and I am drawing the winner for Self Transform You, the course from the folks who commented on the Facebook Lives within our community. You can go over there real quick if you're listening to this before that deadline. Just go to bit.ly/selftransformedfam and enter within the comments there when I give the cues within the live videos. Otherwise, you can just head to selftransformu.com and use the code CONFIDENCE at checkout to receive $50 off of Self Transform You. This is going to still be available, but not with the coupon discount rate today. So enjoy day 3 of Confidence Booster Bootcamp, and maybe I will see you within Self Transform You. I've really gotten to know a few of you over the past few days, and I really appreciate you all being so engaged during this workshop. Just a reminder, I host free mini workshops every month. I decided to do a bigger one this month with Self Transform You launching, and you can check out the guide section like I mentioned yesterday as well. There's a lot of worksheets there to help you really start taking action when it comes to your own self-care and feeling more confident. So let's get into day 3 of Confidence Booster Bootcamp. Today's agenda, we are talking about unlearning from your past to create the confident life you were meant to live. Doesn't that sound great? Doesn't that sound so much nicer? So again, the outcome for today is for you to leave with simple tools you can start implementing now to become more confident and see how that will impact not only your life, but the lives of those around you. I have said that the past 3 days because I want you to keep this in the forefront of your mind, but also I'm keeping this in the forefront of my mind as I'm serving and doing this free coaching this week to make sure that this is the outcome I'm giving you ladies as you're watching today. I want you to be able to take action, and today we're going to be able to put everything together that we've talked about over the past couple of days. So you can go back in the guide section or just scroll down in the feed or listen to Self Transformed. I am replaying some of the goodness from Confidence Booster Bootcamp on the show as well. But you can listen to days 1 and 2 if you need to catch up. If you want to comment on the replay as we're going along, your biggest takeaways, that would be really great. Just a review of what we talked about the past 2 days, though, to help you put it all together today. Day 1, we talked about how to talk nicer to yourself. We are lacking self-compassion, really just as a habit. You know, we would never talk the way we talk to ourselves to a friend. And we just need to be nicer to ourselves in all reality. So we shared a few tools such as stopping comparing ourselves to other people, saying no and setting boundaries, setting small goals for small wins that compound over time, not shoulding ourselves. We should not should ourselves. That was kind of contradictory, but don't should yourself. And a little bonus tip was to get ready. Get ready most days. That's been a game changer for me, and it doesn't happen every day, but it does help me feel more confident, that's for sure. Day 2 yesterday, we talked about eating and moving like you love yourself. We talked about this because of body confidence. We talked about how 80% of women don't feel confident in their own bodies. That's staggering and that's heartbreaking. So why is it so hard? Well, we've, have this unrealistic expectation of what we're supposed to look like. So we talked about a couple of different tools for how to eat and move like yourself. And the long and short of it, it's all about your mental health, how you eat and how you move your body. It affects your mental health. And when you put that together, the physical transformation will happen afterwards. So we talked about, as far as eating, to have fun, make colorful meals, make time to eat, meal prep ahead of time. Get creative to make it affordable. If you, like I said yesterday, keeping it real, if you eat like crap all the time, that's all you're going to crave is eating all of those foods. So make sure to flip it around. Eating more healthy foods will help you crave more of those healthy foods, but still having some fun, still adding in cookies and margaritas, that. And then finding joyful movement, moving like you love yourself, working out with others, we are often too quick to give up on ourselves because we don't find a workout we like out right away. So keep trying and give yourself some time and focus on those non-scale victories. So yesterday's homework as well, just like I do in Self-Transform You, I give them homework every week to help drive the action-based learning that we're doing. And yesterday we had you inventory or journal the current ways you were eating moving your body. I'm curious as far as what that looked like for you. Drop a comment below. What was your biggest takeaway from doing yesterday's homework when you evaluated the way you are currently eating or moving your body? Or maybe you aren't. And that's okay too. But like I've said, I've drilled this into my girls over and over again. Writing it down is such a powerful tool and helps you reach more goals once you make it more tangible like that. Okay. So a reminder, today is the last day you can enter for a free spot within Self Transform You, the course. So tomorrow, Friday, the 25th, I will be drawing a name at 9 a.m. Eastern in my Facebook community based off of the comments the past couple of days on these Confidence Booster Bootcamp lives, okay? So make sure to listen when I mention to comment. That will count as an entry for our giveaway, okay? So I just told you to comment your biggest takeaway from your homework. That counts as a entry, okay? I'll make that announcement tomorrow. Until tomorrow at midnight, you can use the word confidence as your coupon code confidence at checkout for $50 off of Self Transform You as well. That expires tomorrow on the 25th at midnight Eastern. Okay. And I'll give you a reminder about more info about the course at the end here. Okie dokie. Here we go. Okay. Let's talk about unlearning from your past to curate the confident life you were meant to live. So what do I mean by this? So we are unlearning ways that we view self-care. Okay. So if you go back in history of the Self-Transform podcast, you will know that it was originally called the Self-Care Isn't Selfish podcast. And that was something I believed in my whole heart and something that I came to learn over time as I went through my own wellness or transformation journey. And self-care still isn't selfish. I still wholeheartedly believe that in my heart of hearts. But I'm trying to help you redefine what self-care looks like, because we have a big misconception of what this looks like, that it is just bubble baths and manicures and frivolous things as far as taking care of ourselves. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that stuff. I like manicures and massages, absolutely. But self-care is really the hard stuff. It is the hard stuff you do every day to take care of yourself. So like it says here, self-care is imperative in maintaining a healthy relationship, not only with yourself, but with others. It produces positive feelings, which builds self-love, self-esteem, and what else? Self-confidence. Okay. So there was a recent little poll that went out on Twitter, just to like a small little audience in a mental health community, asking if participants participated in self-care as often as they feel like they needed to. So there's about 135 people that were polled. 77% of them don't practice self-care as much as they know they need to. We know we need to do these things, but we just don't. We just don't do it. Why? Well, we're trying to unlearn past failures in regards to self-care. Think about this. Why do you feel like you've never been able to stick to a self-care routine in the past? I'm not going to give you homework today, but comment below. What has held you back from taking care of yourself and making self-care a priority? Comment below, either if you're doing this live or watching the replay, friend. I'm going to give you a second here. I'm not looking at the comments right now, but I bet 9 times out of 10, you all are either saying, I don't have the time, or I feel guilty when I take the time. I hear that every day within my community, y'all. I don't have time to make time for myself. But when I do, I feel so guilty. We have to stop that. We have to make this a priority in our lives. We can't just be like, oh, I guess I'm going to, find time. You have to make the time. You're never going to find it. Trust me. Trust me. You are never going to find it. You got to make the time. As far as the guilt goes, I get it. Mom guilt is real. And I'm not saying I never not have mom guilt. It creeps on me very often, actually. But like we mentioned yesterday, taking care of yourself is part of taking care of your kids. If you are showing up to them depleted, empty, barely hanging on by a thread, you're hangry, you have low blood sugar because you haven't been eating well during the day, or at all for that matter, you're dehydrated. Wouldn't you rather show up for your family, for those around you, from a place of overflow because you've been taking care of yourself? Your cup, you have a big pitcher. You have just taken care of yourself, filled it all the way up, and now it is overflowing to those that you love. Doesn't that sound so much better? Think of that analogy. Next time you feel guilty about taking care of yourself, are you coming from a place of depletion or overflow? Okay. And really, what is your view on self-care? Really, what is your view on self-care? When I was switching the name of the show, I was polling all kinds of women in various communities. And so this is a big reason I changed the show name, and to help redefine what self-care looks like now through Self-Transformed. But women were just like, it is selfish. Self-care is frivolous. It is dumb. It is just another thing on my to-do list that I don't have time to do. We need to unlearn the way we see self-care. It's such a buzzword right now, right? If you were to search like hashtag self-care Sunday on Instagram, oh my gosh, you'd probably see so many women, giving bubble baths and doing manicures, and that's great. And that's fine. But we don't see the behind the scenes look. Oh, we only see the highlight reel. The behind the scenes look is the actual hard stuff you're scheduling in every day to take care of yourself. Okay. So let's talk about tools to unlearn the way we have viewed self-care. It all comes down to habits. Y'all, this is the secret sauce to self-transform you, or the guacamole or sour cream on top of the taco. You know what I mean? It makes it extra, extra special. It makes it come all together. So we dig into this really deeply within Self-Transform You, because this is what makes it work. This is what makes it feel like this is not another thing on your to-do list. It's more of an unconscious habit that you're doing over time, where it's just a lifestyle that sticks for you. Okay. The key to making all this work is having a strategy, and that comes down to habits. So number one, schedule time for yourself. Use your Google Calendar, use your paper calendar, tattoo it on your forehead. From 6 to 7 a.m., I am taking care of myself. From 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., you are doing this or that for yourself. Schedule it. Find time in your schedule that is going to work for you. Make the time. Replace unhealthy habits with new habits. So let me give you an example. So I used to drive a lot for work. I haven't been lately because, 2020. But as far as replacing an unhealthy habit with a new habit. So when I would drive, I would always feel like I need to grab something to eat with me when I go. Because a lot of times I was like, I don't know the next time I'm going to eat. And so I would pack stuff with me to keep myself satiated while I was driving all day. So I wouldn't like go through the drive through somewhere. Okay. But that turned into such a habit. Like I would just be getting in the car to run my kids somewhere. And I'm like, oh, I need to grab a granola bar. Oh, I would need to do this. I developed this unhealthy habit of eating when I was driving just because I had developed that over time. And that compounds on top of each other, right? So what I did when I realized what I was doing, I was like, I'm going to replace this with a healthy habit. I grabbed something to drink instead, usually a water or a sparkling water, for that matter. And I just like the having something to eat or drink when I'm driving. So I replaced it with drinking because most cases I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry. I was just bored. I was just developed a habit that I needed to switch. So think of some other, maybe little unhealthy habits in your life that you're like, how can I replace that with a healthy habit? Okay. It's a habit swap. It's a habit swap, or you can stack a new habit on top of an already existing habit, like brushing your teeth. That's an unconscious behavior you do every day. I hope you do that every day. I know you do it every day. I know you do. So you're doing that 2 times a day. So you can stack something new on top of that. So for me, I always like to have my gratitude journal or a devotional right there on my bathroom counter. So I can use that after I brush my teeth because I will always brush my teeth and I can always have a new habit right there ready to go. So, and a fun bonus tip here for you, friend. Bonus tip. Ding, ding, ding. This is something we cover in our habit and mindset week during Self Transform You. I want you can inventory your whole day to see where your time goes. And I mean everything. Sit down like tomorrow morning when you get up, get a pen and paper out and go through like get up, brush teeth, or get up, go bathroom, let the dogs out, make my coffee, get the kids up, do this, drive here, check email, do this, make dinner, go to the bathroom. Every little thing that you do and see where your time is going, even scrolling social media, staring out the window. I mean, and you'll see where maybe there are some time wasters in your day that you need to get rid of. Okay. See where your time is going and journal why you might be feeling guilty for taking time for yourself. If you were to ask your spouse, your partner, your kids, hey, are you mad when I go and take time for myself? They're going to say, no, we don't care. You come from a place of overflow, mom, and you're taking care of yourself. And when you inventory your whole day, one of my girls in STU actually did this. She actually showed it to her family. She was like, this is what I do in a day. And she was able to ask for help in certain areas that was taking up too much of her time where she was able to delegate that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So you have to have a strategy behind your self-care. You just can't be like, oh, okay, I'm doing self-care. Figure out what that looks like to you. It's working out, it's eating well, it's doing some mindset work, devotional, prayer time, meditation, whatever it looks like. But these habits is what put it all together. Okay. I love this quote by James Clear. You hear me talk about James Clear a lot. He's the author of Atomic Habits, one of my favorite habit books. He says, habits are not a finish line to be crossed. They are a lifestyle to be lived. Okay. And that's the whole point of what we do with Self Transform You. It's a 6-week transformation journey, setting some new habits in your life. Okay, that turn into a lifestyle. We want it to stick. I don't want it to be just another 6-week program that you do and you just go back to your way of life and like, okay, well, what else am I going to start and stop next time? I get that. I've been on that roller coaster where I start, stop, start, stop. That's not fun. Okay, so let's put it all together. So day 1, we talked about talking nice about ourselves. Day 2, we talked about eating and moving like we love ourselves. Today, we are unlearning self-care and using some habits to make it work. So we've made this a lifestyle. And the more you do this, the more you consistently do this, the more confident you will feel. The mindset, the movement, the food piece, all of this together is curated into your own self-care routine. Like I said earlier, it makes you feel confident and it helps you feel loved and it helps those around you see that you are lit up from the inside out and that you're able to come from an overflow for them. Okay. Give me an emoji below, a heart emoji below, if that is what you want for your life. You want to be able to have a lit up life, a self-care routine that helps you show up better for everyone else. Give me a little heart emoji down in the comments if that's something that you want in your life. I know you do. I know you do. So one last explanation about Self-Transform You, the course. Like I said, I just finished this 6-week live program with my girls. They helped me customize this. Their feedback was amazing. I miss doing our weekly coaching calls together, actually. So what this does is help you get healthy and fit from the inside out. And like I said, the habits is where it all comes together during the 6 weeks. So you'll have 6 weeks of workouts created by me. I am a certified personal trainer. My 3-step food freedom method, lots of free downloads with that portion of our course, and big focus on mindset and habit coaching to ensure this sticks. We have to have strategy, make sure this sticks. Okay. And I actually provide a workbook / tracker to help you journal your thoughts along the way. And like I said, I give homework every week to keep the action and keep it rolling. So I wanted to read one more client testimonial from you. I could give you girls all just a big virtual hug. So my girl Amy said, I still have a long way to go, but I'm trying to remember how much better I feel when I'm nicer to myself. The workouts were amazing, and I really enjoyed all the weight training. I appreciate the fact that mindset and creating healthy habits was the primary focus of this program. I could give you a workout plan and a way to eat all day long, but if you're not making it work in your life, it's not going to stick. It just will not. It will not. Okay, friend. So, reminder, drawing is tomorrow, Friday, 6/25 at 9 a.m. I will be drawing a name from all the comments from the past 3 days on Confidence Booster Bootcamp for one person to win Self-Transform You, the course. If you don't win, or if you're just like, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and buy the course now, you can go to selftransformu.com and use the code CONFIDENCE at checkout for $50 off. I will be there for you as your virtual coach. I'll be checking in with you quite a bit throughout the course as well to help you stay on course. So think of it this way, in parting words from Confidence Booster Bootcamp, think of this. Confidence is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. By curating a self-care routine and working it out over and over and over again, you're going to get stronger. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to be able to keep showing up from a place of overflow. So thank you for showing up for Confidence Booster Bootcamp. I'm so proud of you just for showing up for you. Okay. You took the time, and I hope you don't feel guilty for taking the time either. Hey, that's one little small win right there. So comment below what your biggest takeaway was from today's discussion about self-care and unlearning the way you view self-care. Like I said, I hope you've been able to put everything together this week from day 1 to day 3. And I hope to see you within Self-Transform You to be able to help you have this inside out transformation as well. And I'd love to stay connected. You can follow me on Instagram at EmilyNichols22. And of course, keep listening to Self-Transform. So I'm sending you all lots of love, a big virtual hug from me to you. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you within Self-Transform You. You can go to selftransformu.com to learn more. And seriously, send me a direct message should you have any questions. I'm so excited about the girls that have already enrolled, and I want you there with us. So I will see you soon within Self-Transform You. Feel confident, girl. You got this. Hey girl, real quick before you go, if you love today's show and know your girlfriends need to hear this message too, then grab a screenshot, post it to your Instagram stories, and tag me at EmilyNichols22, because the more mamas out there hearing this message, the more empowered we'll all feel to take care of ourselves so we can pour from a full cup. Or the number one way you can thank me for this podcast is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way, more mamas will find the show here too. Love you and appreciate you, girlfriends. See you next time.